All right, I think we're live. Let me keep
Oh my
making sure this
gosh.
thing is good. What the heck?
Dude, you didn't tell me we were going live.
We're live, but I'm just waiting for this thing to. Okay, now we're officially good to go.
Are we live?
Merch Minds Podcast, episode number 57. We are live, Young, in the flesh.
Hello, my man. How are you?
I'm doing good. And we have some people in the chat coming in. So we'll shout out some people, say hi to everybody once everybody kind of comes in. We'll wait a little while and we get more watchers and everything. So we have a big show today talking about Amazon royalty changes for next year, 2018. And I have a little true or false that I'm going to play with Young. He can kind of answer some of these questions and see what he thinks about these
Hey, dude,
royalty
you
changes.
didn't tell me all this, man. You
Yeah.
gotta give me those notes in advance. All of a sudden, now you want to play little games?
Hey, when you're on the Hustler Hacks YouTube channel, you have no clue what's going to happen, and that's the way the people like it. So, we're going to be talking about that. But first, Young, you have a couple of, I guess, some news you want to talk about, right?
Yeah. So one thing that I did the other day, and you didn't even know that I was gonna do this.
Yeah.
Um, Actually, it was yesterday. I created a new group. Okay. Now, before people start, oh my God, there's another group. Here's the thing, this group's a little different. Okay. So, yesterday, I got 5 messages on Facebook from people talking about, hey, can I post my product or my services in Merch Mind's Facebook group? And, normally I don't mind, right? But now it's getting to the point where I just can't keep up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, every other day there's something new, right? There's the merch made, the merch milk, the merch porn, the merch this, the merch that. I can't keep up, man. It's like every other day there's some new product or service coming up, and again, if something works, I'm all for it, but I just can't keep up, and it's becoming like. And I was just telling you, before the show, the Facebook groups, they're becoming like Craigslist almost, right?
Yeah, people selling random stuff. I don't know what.
Yeah, and
Designs.
and you know what? I think I speak on behalf of all the Facebook groups out there. Chris Green, the Jersey Guys, Ken Real, Merch University. Let's keep those groups, for what it is, which is to help people, right? If you're selling a product or a service, again, I'm all for it. As long as it pertains to what we're doing. So I started this new group. So if you have a product or a service that you want to sell, just go to Merch Classifieds, post them on there. It's just again, the groups are just getting too. It's getting crazy, man. It's again.
Merch
So
classifieds.
yeah, and here's the thing. Okay, I'm trying to keep spammers out of that group. So when you hit join, there are 2 questions that you have to answer. They're simple questions. Okay, let me say that again. There's 2 questions you guys have to answer. Let me say that one more time because some people they don't get that concept, okay? There's 2 simple questions you have to answer. That way I know you're a real person, okay? Normally the spammers, they don't like to answer questions and stuff like that. I want to know that you're the real deal. Um, so if you answer those questions, I'll add you into the group, and whatever product or service you guys have that pertains to what we're doing, just go ahead and post them in the group. Um,
Yeah, that group's going to turn into like a spam fest.
That's fine. You know
Merch
what?
classifieds.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, I don't want to see stuff like, oh, I'm trying to raise $5,000 for my sick cat. That's not going to fly in the group. If you have something that pertains to what we're doing, again, you guys can feel free to post it in there. But I just don't want to see that kind of stuff in the group anymore, man. I'll be honest with you. I mean, yeah, it's in the future, if we find something that we think is valuable, we'll plug it in the group. But in general, I just don't want to see that kind of stuff anymore. And I'm just sick and tired of getting messages from random people.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what happens. Merch classifieds, go there and you can answer 2 simple questions and you're good to go there. Live chat, Ballerman and Casey. What's up, Aaron? Sarah, good to see you too. Kelly and Casey. Did I already mention Casey? Pingu the Penguin. He's also here. So pretty good people here in the chat. So if you want to, I guess, put in any questions right now on the chat. Um, you can put that regarding merch by Amazon. So this show is not related to eBay. This is more for merch by Amazon. So we're going to be talking about the royalty changes that's coming up in 2018. Yang, do you want to
Yes,
talk
sir.
about your numbers? How much you're
Yeah,
doing this week?
yeah. Before we do that, again, you didn't know this.
What the heck?
I had scheduled Kevin and Anthony to come on this week's show.
Hmm.
So I just want to apologize to those guys because I had postponed them for next week now. Because normally you and I record the show later in the week, but because of the holiday, we're kind of off the schedule, right?
Yeah, yeah,
This is really early for us.
yeah.
So I just want to apologize to those guys. I told Anthony, I think he cussed me out or something, but it's all good, man. We're still friends. But numbers, the last 7 days, man. For some reason I thought the numbers would be so much better, but it's still not great, right?
Okay,
Last 7 days, 90 sales, for a total royalty of $580.98.
okay.
What is it right now? It's just a little past 3:30 here in California. And so far for the day, I have 8. So it's been really weird the last few days, like where the day would just start off on fire, right? Like
Yeah.
every 30 minutes, I would get a sell, and then by the afternoon, it just stops. So like, and today was one of those days where like the morning, it was hot and then it stopped.
Yeah. Well, this is Q4
So I
time,
don't
so
know. Yeah, and then tomorrow's obviously Thanksgiving, and then we got Black Friday, and then we have Cyber Monday. Um, so hopefully, I'm I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be in good spirits. I know my numbers are gonna be good on Friday. Um, but I think even last year, if I recall, like even before Black Friday, my numbers were pretty decent.
yeah. I
But
mean, you're still on track to make like over a little bit over 2 grand this month, right? I mean,
yeah, no, I'll probably do about anywhere between 25 to 2,800. Again, we'll see how Black Friday turns out.
yeah. All right. What about Etsy and
Oh yeah,
how's
yeah,
Etsy
yeah.
doing?
Etsy. I had a bunch of sales come in the other day, and they all have been fulfilled. And then I haven't had any sales the last couple of days. It's weird. And I don't remember if I mentioned the second account that I'm now working with a partner.
Okay. Oh yeah, you
Did I
told us.
mention that? Okay,
Yeah,
I
you
did.
did.
Okay, okay. So for those of you guys that's just tuning in and you guys don't know what I'm talking about, um, I partnered up with a local friend who has a merch account, but he's been buying his designs, and he basically said, "Look, I'm just sick and tired of spending money on designs. Let's partner up." And the good thing is he's on the 500 tier, so I've been working on that. No sales yet, as far as my designs, but it's only been a couple of days, so we'll see.
Okay.
But but yeah, so Etsy's been relatively slow. Um, yeah, that's about it, man.
All right. With Etsy, I actually sold like 2 products the other day.
That's
So
right.
yeah, it's kind of getting there. I just have to put, of course, way more effort into that. I only have like 30 products or something. So that's kind of cool though. I mean, to see it, I guess, kind of growing a little bit. But like I said, I have to put more effort. The other one, the second account, I did tier up from 10 to 25 now. And I'm glad to see tier ups are still happening because I know on the I guess the front page or whatever they're saying they probably weren't going to tier anybody up. Good thing we are tiering up a little bit. So I went up 10 to 25. Now I have some slots open to play with. And then my regular account, I'm at 172 products sold, estimated royalties $830.05.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's growing a little bit. I really just want to get back to like the 1,000 per every 7 days because I mean 4 grand a month. I mean no complaints there, but I'd have to grow it. It's still getting there, and I know January is going to be slower, and then now we have this royalty change. So I think at the end of the year, me and you definitely have to do a show for the podcast talking about what we're gonna do about next year, like 2018? How are you going to approach merch? What are some of the changes you should be doing in your merch business? Because I think I'm actually going to approach it differently now with this royalty change. Like I think it really did do something different. So what do you think?
Is that something you want to talk about today, or maybe just
No, I
later
think
on?
today, yeah, today just strictly about the royalty change and maybe some things that people cannot do what they should do. But as
Sure.
far as like 2018 goals, and I think the way you should approach merch, I think we should probably do that another show.
Okay.
Um, but let's talk about our main issue here, royalties. Now, I think 2014 they started off with they did have a royalty change. It was kind of, I guess it was a little change, right?
It was
Like
minor. Yeah,
it
it
was a
wasn't too bad.
minor change. This one though is totally different. I mean, we saw this coming. I figured, yeah, we're gonna get another royalty change. I don't know when, but this one I was a little bit more shocked when it came to like the percentage wise. I mean, we're talking about like 25-30% change. So this was a little different. Should I read first off what the update says?
Yeah, read it because I don't have it in front of me.
Okay, so this was on November 17th, and it says we have seen an increase in the cost to merch to support merch, including storage, fulfillment, transportation, raw materials, customer service, and the resources required to detect and prevent fraud. As a result, we will be adjusting the royalty on merch by Amazon products. This change will take effect for sales of all new and existing products starting January 15th, a day right after my birthday. If your product
Oh, you
is
just had to sneak that in there, huh? You just had to sneak it in there.
it was like a low blow because it's like, oh man, excited birthday, and then oh, now the royalties are going down the next day. If your product is priced below the new minimum price, it will automatically be updated to the minimum price, which they show examples. So their examples $15.99, $17.99. When I first read this, I thought, okay, well, maybe the minimum is $15.99, and that's not the case. This is just showing examples of what your royalties could look like.
Oh, see, that's what I thought it was too. I thought those are examples.
Yeah, they're just examples. So they actually don't even
Oh,
tell you what the minimum price is going to be.
okay.
But it kind of reads like that, right? When you read it and you see the chart right
That's
after that.
well, that's the way I saw it. Okay.
Yeah, me too. So they say, okay, standard pricing right now. As of right now, if you have a shirt that's $19.99, you'll be making $7.19. But January 15th rolls around. Instead of $7.19, you're going to be making $5.38.
Wow.
Yeah, so a big change compared to the other update that we had in 2016, which is last year. Did I say 2014? I think I meant 2016.
I think you did say 2014, man. What are
Yeah.
you like? You have a time machine?
Yeah, 2016. So we're talking about 1999 shirt. That's a 25% decrease in your royalty. So now you're at $5.38.
Yeah, that's a huge chunk.
The thing that I was kind of, like I said, I wasn't shocked that they were doing this decrease. I was more shocked at how much they were actually decreasing from you because at this rate, by the year 2020,
Oh, dude,
1999 will be down to like scraps.
oh, dude, we'll be down to pennies, man. It'd be like a sweatshop. It'd be like an Amazon merch by Amazon sweatshop. We'll be
Yeah, and
working
that's
for
what I was
pennies.
kind of surprised. I was like, man, I mean, that's a huge decrease.
Yeah, no, that's I mean $2. That's a lot of money. Well, so here's the thing. So you and I actually did talk about this privately when we first saw the dashboard, and I mean, just like everyone else, I was pissed, I was frustrated, but this is something that we've been talking about ever since we started doing the podcast. Like we always said, Amazon's going to make changes. It's their platform, and that's why you need to have multiple streams of income. Yada yada yada. That we've always said that.
Yeah.
I thought they were going in the route. If I was a betting man, like I would have put my money on that they would have implemented like a monthly fee, kind of like Seller Central. FBA. You know how we
Yeah.
pay $40 a month
Hmm.
to have a professional account. I thought that's the route that they were going to go. I didn't realize that we were going to hit with royalties that hard. So I was really shocked when I saw that.
Yeah, I think that they still might even go the fulfillment route with the
Oh,
$40 per month.
oh yeah. No, in fact, I'm going to predict it right now. I think the next big change, probably within a year, they're going to implement that monthly charge. I can, I'm putting good money on that.
Yeah, they'll eventually do that too. That'll probably be the next one. I really don't see them decreasing this more. I mean, they can maybe the
They
following
can.
year, but I think that's probably the next step they're going to probably do is definitely the monthly fee or something like that.
Hmm. And see, and here's the thing: when they implement the monthly fee,
Yeah.
and this and this is it's a good thing, and I'll tell you why. Okay, it's gonna for the people who's just in it to try and make a fast buck, and they're doing shady stuff. They're the ones that's gonna get really frustrated, right? Because they're doing shady stuff. They're trying to cut corners. They're not making any money, and when they implement that monthly fee, right? And so now they got to pay $40 and they're not really making any money yet, and then they're going to get frustrated and then they're just going to leave.
Yeah.
So I think when they implement that monthly fee, I think a lot of people, we're going to have a lot of people just get discouraged and leave merch, and then it'll leave people like you and I who take it seriously. Less competition for us, and I think things will get better again.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really, really good point, and I definitely think that's going to happen too. And before I get into our true or false thing that we're going to try to, stump Young a little bit, let's break down to some of the stuff that they said. So, an increase in cost to support merch, including storage, which number one, storage, we kind of figured this because they added long sleeves. That's obviously going to take more room than short sleeve. Plus, if they do eventually add hoodies and whatever else they're adding on, they're going to need the storage space for it. So that
Hmm.
I think was understandable, right?
So it makes sense, of course.
What about fulfillment?
What do you mean?
Well,
What about it?
they're saying that the increase in cost to support merch includes storage, which we're okay, fulfillment,
Well,
transportation,
they're probably going to have to hire more employees, buy more machines, get into more warehouses, and that all costs money, right?
raw materials.
Uh,
What the hell's
but
raw materials?
you know what? That's probably they're just fancy way of saying t-shirts,
They're
right?
making shirts by hand.
Yeah, I told you, man. It's a sweatshop now, man. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, and I saw a lot of comments in the groups and forums, and people were frustrated. They were pissed. Here's the thing, right? Look, I was pretty upset too. But at the end of the day, and this is what I said. I was like, look, yeah, it's frustrating, but at the end of the day, if it means that they, even though we're taking a loss on the royalties, if they in the near future, let's say, give us hoodies and sweatshirts and tank tops, even though we're taking a loss on the royalties, we now have more products, therefore we sell more,
Hmm.
and we can make up the difference that way, right?
Yeah, we just don't know when they're gonna roll all these products out.
Exactly. Someone posted in the group yesterday. I guess he was in there trying to upload his, daily minimum, and for a split second, there was an option to select hoodies, and he did.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
So I think it might be coming soon if that's the
Okay.
case. But yeah, it's frustrating, but it's a cost of doing business. You have to think it that way. And again, my thought process is, yeah, we're taking a huge hit, but if you get more products from Amazon, we can make up the difference, right? Again, by selling hoodies now and sweatshirts and tank tops and maybe mugs in the near future. Who knows?
Yeah.
So you have to look at that that way. I mean, we're taking a loss now, but we'll make it the difference somehow.
And let's see and I think it's gonna be interesting too once like there's new products there on as far as like your your tier level and stuff. Because what if you're at 100, you can only do 100 products or 100 shirts? How is that going to work out? More than likely, it's probably just
Who
going to
knows?
be, yeah. I mean, who knows? But the last part was, and the resources required to detect and prevent fraud.
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff costs money, right?
Well, I guess to prevent fraud. I mean, what they didn't say anything about like copycats or that kind of like. I mean, that's technically fraud too, but they didn't even mention
I think
copycats.
you're reading too much into it. I think basically what they meant was copyright issues, the trademark issues. Um, like how do you do fraud on merch, right?
Yeah,
You know, I think you're reading too much into it. I think what they really mean is just the trademark, right? Having to look into what's trademarked and what's not, because that's again, that's I don't know if they do it manually or if it's all auto review. Who knows? But regardless of how they do it, it's going to cost them money.
yeah.
Although I will say those people at Amazon, I almost cussed them out just now. Okay, you guys are weird, man. I have a shirt right now. Uh, that's been on Amazon, has been selling relatively well for the past 6 months, and I tried to upload that design on the premium shirt, and they rejected it.
Oh yeah.
It's weird. I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, I don't know either. And I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to see what at least said. I'm kind of thinking about it too much. Okay, well, maybe just a little. We want to figure out what these fees are. We want to see what they're covering, right?
Hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it'll be nice, but see, that's the way Amazon operates, though, right? They're always very secretive, right? Like they don't ever tell you how their algorithm works, and that's just how they are, right? They make changes without any announcements, and then everyone gets pissed and frustrated. They've been doing that for years.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, with FBA and everything, I mean, we've seen this many times before.
Yeah, yeah. Um, no,
You
at the
did get
very,
a comment though. Oh, you did a couple of comments. Um, and see what you think. So Casey says Amazon needs our help. We have to give up more of our royalties so they can cover these fees. Shred guy
yeah,
says,
basically.
seriously? Question mark. You're not taking a loss. This is free money for all of you.
No, that's actually a good way to look at it. It's not free though. I wouldn't say it's free. You do have to put work in.
And reseller niche, I think this is a great thing. A lot of people will jump off the platform and less competition.
Yes, I already see that happening. I was talking to a friend. Um, I'm not going to mention any names, and I was talking to him about a week ago before even the announcement came out, and I was just checking in on him, and he was like, "Man, I haven't done anything with merch in the last few weeks," because he was getting frustrated, right? Like he's been on it for like about a year now, and he hasn't been seeing the results like
Yeah,
some of the other people, and he just said, "I haven't done anything in a couple of months." So I think people are getting frustrated, and now people are really getting frustrated, and they're just gonna do something else, which is good because then again it'll for people like you and I who take it seriously, less competition, and it'll be a better platform for us, right?
yeah, yeah.
But
That's true too.
yeah, but I think on the bottom of that there was something about an affiliate link, right? Like you can.
Oh yeah,
Here's the thing about that. I mean, yeah, you can make money using an affiliate link for your own shirts. The thing is, it's so hard, right? Like, you need to have like a well-established website that just generates tons of traffic. If you don't
yeah.
have that, it really is difficult.
You'd have to be like BuzzFeed or something. Like,
Yeah, it's so hard. So they kind of put it in there to say, oh, well, we're not that bad. You can still make money on your affiliate links, but it's tougher than you think.
yeah, and that's at the very bottom. Amazon associates earn an additional 7% for
Yeah,
each merch apparel purchase.
yeah,
It's
it's
easy and
really
free to
tough.
join. Hey, it's easy and free to
Yeah,
join.
see, they make it sound like, oh, we're not taking too much away because we're giving you the affiliate links, but trust me, that's a tough business to get into.
And Casey asked, once they tax us out of being profitable, can we delete our designs so they cannot keep cashing in? I guess if you wanted to, I mean, if you wanted to delete your designs, period, you can just delete all of them if you wanted to, and just
But
leave
why
that
would you
account
delete your
there.
designs? I don't get it.
I don't. I guess you're just talking about I guess eventually trying to get out of it or something. Let's say if it's not really profitable at one point anymore. But it's probably down the
See,
road. I mean,
yeah. See, I don't think I don't. I mean, again, I think right now it seems bad because all we have is T-shirts. Again, I think once they start rolling out new products, it'll get better. I think everyone's just kind of, they're frustrated, right?
yeah.
They're frustrated. All we have is T-shirts and obviously long sleeves now. And here's the thing: I'm glad that they're going to wait till after the holidays to implement this. Now, imagine if they'd done it before Christmas.
Oh yeah, that would have
Oh
been.
man, I'll drive up to Seattle right now and I'll go knock on Jeff Bezos' door and I'll be like, "Yo, we need to talk." I'll be pissed. I'll be livid. So I'm glad they're doing it after the holidays. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
think
were very kind to do it after the holidays.
yeah. So I think things will get better. Yeah, it's frustrating, but I'm pissed too. Trust me, I kicked my dog when I saw that message. I'm just joking. I didn't kick my dog.
I know that I mean, I think everyone is also slightly pissed at it, but at the same time, a lot of the people that have already been making quite a bit of money on it are pretty positive about it. And that's why, including us, I mean, it's a little mixture of both. I mean, you have to feel a little bit of both, right? You can't just
Of course.
um so let's do this true or false. And let me see what your answers are, Yang. So
Okay.
and see what you think. So I have a couple of statements, and you can let me know. So the first one, true or false? Some sellers will leave merch by Amazon and focus on other print-on-demand platforms like Redbubble and now Etsy.
True.
And with Etsy though, I feel like that's also opportunity wasted. I think for people that maybe haven't joined yet. Like if you haven't set up your account, you know it exists, and you're just kind of like, I don't know, waiting around for some reason for maybe to get approved for Amazon or something. I think Etsy can totally bring you some money in right now while you're waiting and build
Yeah.
up
No.
that
I
store.
I just had my 50th sale on Etsy the other day. Um, I'm not bringing in the thousands of dollars like I am on Amazon, but it's still, it's $500-600 that I didn't have before,
Yeah.
right? It's a little more work. It's a little more frustrating at times, but in my opinion, I think that's probably the next best platform out there.
Yeah, I think I would rather go with Etsy, I think, like you said, than Redbubble and some of these other ones.
I mean, your brother's doing Etsy, and he's found some success in it, right?
Yeah, I think you started selling some products. I've sold a couple. I think you've done really, really good, better than better than we have, but I think it's a really good opportunity on that.
Yeah, but yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think people are gonna leave.
Okay. What about okay, true or false? By simply raising your prices by $2, you will see the same amount of sales and or royalties for your
Ah,
you're
man. See,
making your adjustment. $2 more, you just want to fill in the gap, raise up your prices and you'll be fine.
that's a tough one. I don't know. I'm gonna say, oh man, so tough. I'm gonna say false. I'll tell you
Because
why. I'll
okay.
tell you why. And we talked about design obviously on the show. If you have a design that's that's not so good, right? You can get away with paying what, 15.99 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But imagine raising it $2. Yeah, it's a couple of bucks, but then the mindset is, well, I'll pay 15.99, but 17.99, I don't know. People have that mindset, so I think I'm gonna say no. I don't think they'll have the same results.
What about I know this is kind of random part of the true or false thing, but what about paying like $25 for a shirt because you get the free shipping? And just going super
See,
high on all of your shirts and see what sells and you get yeah, at this point if you price it at 25, you'll get like a $9 royalty from it per
is
shirt.
it 25 or 35?
25.
Okay. Um, I don't see that happening either. No.
I think that's the tough part because you're kind of thinking. I mean, like you said, it's the mindset of the customer. Yeah, 15.99, but will I pay 17.99 for that design? Would I pay 19.99 for this shirt, or would I rather pay 17.99? I mean, it's $2 more. I think it really just
Hmm.
depends. Um, I think on
See,
like the
see
niche, the
for
novelty, or a gift or something. If
hmm
it hits the
see
right
for
person.
I mean, if it's like a one of a kind shirt, right? Regardless of how bad the design is, I think if people want it, they'll pay the premium price. But me personally speaking, my personal mindset is, um, if something looks good, like I don't mind paying a few extra bucks. But I think in general, overall, I think people have the mindset of if something looks bad, even if it's a couple of bucks, they're not going to pay for it,
Yeah, I mean that's because you can even look at like like a store like
right?
Nike
Right.
online, or
Hmm.
like some people might not even pay $25 for a Nike t-shirt.
Right. I mean, if you have like I said, it's a one of a kind shirt. There's no other shirt out there like it, right? Um, you can probably get away with it, but in general, I mean, if it's just a regular bland T-shirt and you're charging $2 more than what it was last week, I don't see people doing it.
Okay, that one's a tough one. I think that one's like that's a conversation for another time. That's like a huge thing because who
That was a
knows?
tough one. That was
I
a
mean,
tough
we're
one.
raising our prices by $2. I think that's the smart thing to do. You should do that. I think that will help you at least try to make some of that money back so your higher royalties. It would be kind of interesting though to see what would happen if you priced it super high. I wonder what would happen there and see what kind of sales come in. But who really knows? I mean, we'll have to see once January 2018 comes around. True or false, this new price change eliminates the low baller strategy that people were doing to get reviews and to tier up.
No,
Yeah.
because you're still gonna have a minimum price, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, even though when the changes go in effect, what mid-January, my premium price, like for instance, my 17.99 shirt will be now 19.99, right?
Yeah.
So their minimum price shirt now also goes up by a couple of bucks. They're still going to price it low, regardless of what price it is, right?
Yeah.
So no, I don't think
I
that's
guess
going to change
because when we
anything.
first read it, we kind of saw that the example there. Now, if they
Hmm.
changed it to where your minimum was 15.99, then I think it would be a different kind of like game changer, right? I mean, your lowest you can vary go is 15.99 and not $12 or $11 or wherever it was. I think that would help, but that's not the case. That was just an example, like we said.
Okay.
So in this case, I don't think it's going to eliminate the low baller strategy because people are still going
No.
to do it. I think they might even do it more now because if people are hiring their shirts by $2 more to kind of fill up for that space, I think you might see more of
Hmm.
the low
Interesting.
ballers come out. Maybe,
Interesting.
maybe not. Let me see. With true or false, with the royalty change, it also means Amazon may be working to push more products in the near future. The change helps them grow outside of shirts, maybe eliminating other print on demand platforms.
I don't know about. Well, first of all, true. I don't know about eliminating. Um, there are some companies out there that I know, that I've tried. They haven't done anything for me. I can see those companies going away.
Mhm.
But Etsy, Printful, Redbubble, I don't see them. I don't see those guys going anywhere.
Okay.
I think maybe some of the small companies, they might diminish. But I don't see Etsy and Printful going away anytime soon.
Yeah, I also agree on that one. I mean, they are going to push more products. I think, like you said, I think hoodies might be coming sooner than maybe we think. As far as other stuff goes, I have no clue with phone
Yeah,
cases or hats or mugs.
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, and we talked about this before, right? Like now that I'm doing Etsy, like I feel like Amazon is like your online version of uh, Walmart or a Walgreens or whatever, right? It's just one of those stores, just online stores that you just go and you buy something whenever you need it, right? Etsy is a little more, it's a little more, crafty, high end, one of a kind stuff, right?
Hmm.
And here's proof, right? Like I've sold designs on Etsy that no one's even looked at on Amazon. The same design, I sold a bunch of them on Etsy. But because again, and I can charge more and get away with it, but because it's like I said, Etsy has a reputation of being, it's handcrafted, it's a boutique, it's a one of a kind,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Amazon, you just go, hey man, this is something that I need right now, right? I can go on Amazon and find it.
And that's what I think will help you though if you're looking for like a gift that's like, I don't know, for a certain person and that shirt hits that certain person, maybe they will pay 21.99 for your shirt.
Hmm.
I mean, who really knows until it's a customer mindset when it comes to that.
It is.
True or false, there are no other print on demand platforms that will give you access to as many customers as Amazon.
That's true. I mean, Amazon is king in e-commerce in general. I mean, I
And
mean, I
that's, I
mean,
think
who's,
it's, yeah, go
I mean,
ahead.
who's next in line? I mean, Walmart's not doing print on demand. Target's not doing print on demand. I mean, I mean, in my opinion, I think maybe the next biggest print on demand company, it has to be Printful. I mean, I don't know the numbers, but I mean, I would just say it's Printful.
Yeah, and I think this is kind of why I think that they can do different royalty changes and why a lot of us, of course, were just going to go ahead and adapt just like you would on FBA because they have access to so many people. And you're not really going to even find a lot of this organic traffic like you would on any other
No,
platform. So
yeah. I
you're
mean,
going to roll with the change.
yeah. I mean, for instance, if you were to have a Shopify store and have your own business, one of the things that you have to do, even though you got your own platform, yeah, your own website, but you have to drive traffic to it, right?
Hmm. Which is a
Right.
totally another, and that's a totally
Uh,
other part of your
yeah,
business.
because think about it. There's over 1 billion websites on the internet. So even if you do have a Shopify store, how is that? How are people going to find your website out of over 1 billion websites? And that's the beauty of Amazon is like everyone knows Amazon, right? They get organic traffic.
Yes, sir. All right, true or false? You can probably still sell your shirts at say 19.99, maybe even 21.99 with a proper, with the proper keywords and a great design. That's all you really need. You think you can pretty much be set to sell and make money.
Yes,
So just decent keywords, but great design.
great design. Well, it depends on the niche too, right? You know, we, you
Yeah,
know, you
but I
know,
guess
you
with
know.
the price change, like, do you think that's good enough? I guess to also pretty much stay in the long haul
Again,
to beat.
I'm using myself as an example. Like I said, if 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 there's something that I like and the design's good, I'm willing to pay that couple extra bucks. Okay, now I don't know about everyone else, um, but if it's just if it's random text, would I pay that extra couple of bucks? No, but if it's a good design, I'll pay that extra couple of bucks.
Yeah, I think great design is probably gonna is eventually gonna be what you're gonna need to last. I think in the platform period.
That's the way, that's the route that Amazon's steering this right now. If you guys haven't noticed.
All right, so here's a random one. It's not a true or false, but would you rather? Would you rather stick to this current system to where you name your own price, or give Amazon the control to where every standard shirt is, let's say, 17.99, every premium shirt is 21.99, every long sleeve shirt is 28.99. You cannot change the price. You stick with Amazon's pricing, you collect that royalty. Nobody gets to change their price.
Well, first of all, I don't think Amazon would ever do something like that. But to answer your question, I would prefer having full control of my pricing.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. I mean, because I mean, for the past year, I've been making good money with the amount of shirts that I have live, right? I mean, that's the thing about me, right? Is that I've been consistently doing over $3,000 in royalties because, again, in my opinion, I think I have really good design, so I can set my prices a little higher compared to someone else.
And let's say the standard is 17.99. So you would be making 387 with this new royalty change.
Oh man,
Um,
it's a sweatshop, man.
but in this case, like I would actually disagree. I would actually want them to price it for me.
Why is that though?
I would want them to price it for me, so that it's for everybody. Everybody has to stay with that same price
Hmm.
because then I think design would definitely win at that point because all the shirts are the exact same
I see your point.
price.
Okay,
You would
I
see
got you.
all of them laid out at once, and you're gonna be like, okay, that one's crap, that one's crap, that one's crap. I like the way that one looks. I'm buying that one.
But you can also say, you can also say, well, because my design is better, I can get away with charging more, right?
Yeah, but then it comes into play like what you talked about. Well, do I really want to pay the $2 more,
Mm,
or can I just get this one that kind of looks like it?
true.
So instead of giving that customer a choice, now you're just giving them a choice design wise.
You know what I would rather see is everyone having the same daily upload minimum, whether it's
That
20
would
a
that
day
would
or
work too.
30 a day, right?
Yeah.
Because
I,
I think if Amazon does that, see, I think it's bad that we're talking about this because I feel like Amazon either watches your channel or listens to the podcast and they get these ideas. But I think because I think if they do that, if they control how many uploads, they can control how many shirts are live on Amazon because it's getting ridiculous, man. I mean, it's flooded with just nonsense, man. It's just there's garbage out there.
well, that's what E-Boy is saying here on the live chat. He's just saying, do people really care about design when so much crap is selling?
Yeah, of course. I mean, here's the thing. Look, we've talked about this. Just because a shirt with a bad design has a BSR, like you don't know the whole story behind it, right? They could have bought, a bunch of them to get out of the 10 tier or the 25 tier. They could have had their cousin Bob and Aunt Sally buy a bunch. Who knows, right? And then once the BSR kicks in, who knows what the algorithm does, right? As far as oh, I got a phone call. But as far as trying to getting sales.
Yeah, and that's just one of the things we really don't even know about with Amazon is that what people are searching for. People are talking about throttling, which we've mentioned before. Other stuff with keywords. What are the right keywords? How's that going to work? Even different questions on that, which is just kind of like an unknown part, which I really don't understand how it's kind of unknown, like with the Amazon stuff, with keywords, like.
I think keywords. Look, again, I've said this 100 times, if not 1,000. I am not a keyword expert. I'm not a keyword strategist. I think if you just use common sense, right, and not do something stupid like keyword stuffing, but if you use common sense and use good words that's associated with what you're trying to sell, I think that's all you have to do. I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think I don't think you need like a PhD in Amazon keyword you know marketing. I really don't. I think as long as you just write something decent with strong words that's associated with what you're trying to sell, I think that's solid. And I've had good luck doing that.
Okay, very good point. Margaret, Texas Gal Treasures, donated $2 to our live
Yo,
show.
hold on. I want you to PayPal me a dollar after the show.
All right, I'll get, and then minus fees, you'll get like a couple of cents.
I don't care. I
I'll give
want
that
my share. You selfish hustler hacks.
You're like, you're not gonna say what I wanted to say?
I almost cussed you out there.
That's hilarious. Okay, so let's give some people. We talked about our little true or false. What are some actions that they can take now for 2018? Like what? Okay, now we have this royalty change. What should they do? What are you gonna do?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to raise my prices.
Okay.
Um, and I'm going to continue putting out good designs. And I'm just going to wait until we get the hoodies and the sweatshirts, and then I might drop the prices on my t-shirts because I know I'm going to sell hoodies and sweatshirts.
Okay, so then that would be the difference then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do. I mean, I'm gonna pri. I'm gonna. I'm not gonna stick to low prices or anything like that. I mean, some of my like text-based shirts aren't like super low. They're still at like 16, 17 range. But I think even those now, I'm probably gonna bump up to like 18, 19. Some, I don't know. I mean, I don't have any shirts. Do you have any shirts over 20 bucks right now
On premium.
on premium? But what about just standard?
No. The highest I'll go on standard is 19.99.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna actually try to do. I'm kind of interested to see what would happen for like $25 shirts and see if they would sell or not. I mean, not like simple text based, but maybe some of the better t-shirts out there. See what happens for 25 bucks.
Hmm. Well, again, I mean, we have a whole month and a couple of weeks before that even kicks in. So I would say, look, it's the holiday season. Enjoy the royalties that you're going to make in December now, and then we'll worry about that here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just grateful that they decided to wait until after Christmas to do that. Otherwise, I would have been really pissed.
All right, so Q&A, anybody in the live chat, you have questions, we're going to answer them. If you want to throw those in right now, we're kind of, what, maybe like a good 12, 13 minutes left. So E-Boy asks, what product besides shirts do you think would kill it on merch? We talked about hoodies, and I think your thing
Tank
was tank
tops.
tops. Yeah.
Tank tops. I don't know why people still buy tank tops on my Etsy store.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for some reason I still get tons of sales for my for tank tops.
Okay. Yeah, I think tank tops for sure. I mean, long sleeve, I think it's kind of like a certain person because not everybody likes long sleeve shirts.
Yeah, and I think long sleeve. It was a little weird that they came out with the long sleeve first, but I'm just glad that we even have that option. Um, Hoodies is good, but tank tops. I think the next product that they should offer us is tank tops. They probably won't because their thinking is, well, it's it's fall and we're gonna get into winter here shortly, but people are buying them,
Yeah.
and you know what? It's less storage for them because they're obviously less material, raw material in Amazon's language.
Yeah. You wear a lot of tank tops or no?
Oh, man, look at these guns. Of course.
You're wearing like three shirts right now.
What are you talking about, man? I got a T-shirt underneath and a sweatshirt.
Oh man. Let me see. Let me go into here and see what people are saying for live chat. Yeah, totally tank tops for the gym. Um, yeah, people that like to work out, show off the guns. And Sarah says, let me go up here. I have a feeling Amazon won't let newbies like me in until next year. Guess I'll just have to focus my design based on Etsy for now.
Uh, uh, don't get your hopes down. I saw a post yesterday. Someone just got approved.
That's kind of crazy. I think I saw that too. So I guess they
Yes.
are letting people in, even
So
though.
someone just got approved, and a lot of people are getting tiered up in the lower tiers.
Okay, very cool.
You just got tiered up. You were saying on your second account. So
Yeah, I just got tiered up there. So
and
yeah,
they weren't doing that last year. This time last year. So
yeah,
don't So get your hope. Don't get your hopes down. Be positive. It could happen.
could happen. Texas Gal Treasures ask, when do you think they'll open up worldwide merch shipping?
Oh gosh, who knows? Um, I mean, they would need they would need more of these machines and more fulfillment centers um, abroad, right?
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, who knows what they have planned? So,
But you don't think that would probably be the next? Well, I don't know. I think there's a lot of stuff that they can do at
well,
this
here,
point.
this is what I'll say. Amazon does have a UK market. That's all I'm
Yeah.
going to say. That's all I'll say. They do have a UK market. I will say that. Now, I mean, there's other countries, obviously, Asia, South America, and all that, but who knows? UK does have one though.
Christine asked, any tips for someone considering selling shirts on Etsy? I have a well-established Etsy shop, but from jewelry. I guess any tips as far as that goes? I would probably say before Yang answers, number one, definitely try to go through the steps to fill out everything possible because Printful and all that is like totally different from just a regular seller on Etsy. Like I thought I had to upload like what like tracking numbers and stuff like when I was selling because I was selling also like a regular Etsy store and then Printful it's a totally different thing. So I would definitely read and go through all the steps to do that right.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, like I still have to go into Etsy and read, all the TOS, because from my understanding, and Margaret even said it. I don't know if she's still in the chat. She
yeah,
said Etsy is really strict about about how people conduct their business. She said once they terminate you, you're terminated forever. And I've heard Etsy gives you a few chances. You know, they'll let certain things slide a few times, but then once they terminate you,
you're
it's for
done.
life. You're done.
Oh
So I
man.
would say again, just conduct your business properly. No shortcuts. Do everything by the book.
All right, and next one is from let's see, Nerdtron64. Have you had any experience success using marketing for Facebook or Instagram?
No, but you know what? And I think I mentioned this to you. I'm getting into influencer marketing. I found an influencer, someone that I actually follow. Not going to mention any names. We've been in contact. We've been exchanging emails. I've already paid him. Um, bought some swag for him. I'm going to get that shipped out to him here in a few days. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But as far as Facebook marketing, um, I've tried it. Nothing. Um, I haven't done Instagram marketing, but I'm really excited about this influencer marketing. Um, so I'll definitely keep you guys posted on that. I'm pretty excited.
All right, so yeah, let us know. Sarah, quick Etsy question for Young. Do you think it's worth it to charge higher and offer free shipping for Etsy or have the buyer pay for shipping themselves?
I just have the buyer pay for shipping. And here's the thing: you actually make a little profit on the shipping.
Because it's like a standard shipping amount, isn't it?
Yeah,
Depending on what the item is.
because so basically my Etsy store is set up by default, like whatever Printful says. Like you know, their shipping price is what I put on my Etsy store.
Hmm.
And based on that, because I charge what Printful charges, I might make like I don't know, 80 cents, a dollar on the shipping.
Hmm.
So I always charge for shipping.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I charge for
Yeah.
shipping.
I just do what Printful does. I just relay that over to my Etsy store basically.
Yeah, you're just listening to whatever Printful tells you.
Hmm.
Do whatever they tell you to do.
Exactly.
So
Not
Richard, yeah,
always, but
says not always. Richard says I've seen a lot of people. Well, people say that they've opened shop and then they got shut down real fast on Etsy.
yeah, I think I know a lot of people were getting shut down because they were using VAs. But this is what I was told. Here's the thing: if you guys are using VAs, I was told um, okay, I'm not an expert. I was told that there's nothing wrong with using VAs, but you have to be honest and upfront with Etsy about that from the get-go. You have to let them know, Joe Schmo is part of my team. You
Oh
have to
yeah.
list him as a team member. Um, and just again, you have to be upfront about everything from the get-go. No cutting corners, nothing, no shortcuts. You have to be honest. And if you do that, I've heard that you won't have any problems. See, I
Hmm.
don't have a problem with VAs because I don't use VAs. Um, but I was told you can, but just you have to be honest about it.
Yeah. Totally agree on that. All right. So any last questions? Let us know in the live chat before we go. We got like 5 minutes left. Anything you want to add as far as royalty changes before we
No,
go?
it sucks, but I think in the long run, with the new products coming out, things will get better.
Yeah, I agree too. I mean, it's just another thing you just kind of have to adapt with. It's kind of like FBA. Some people stay, some people leave. I left because merch came along, but people are still killing on FBA. So I mean, it's not like
Hmm.
things are just totally dead just because they change different things or restrict different people on accounts or anything. So I mean, I wouldn't really worry about it, but I would definitely try to figure out what's going to work for you in 2018 and try some new things in your merch business with different prices or ads or something like that.
Hmm. Absolutely.
And any last thing, I guess, other thing I want to talk about merch coaching. If you're still interested in merch by Amazon coaching from me or Yang, go to merchminds.com and you can sign up there. We have a questionnaire. You have to answer those questions. And then we'll contact you to schedule you in for coaching. And who did you coach last
Kent.
recently? Kent. That's right.
Uh-huh. I Coach Kent. Um, really excited, and that was a good one. He's under 10 tier, but his mindset, and I love his mindset, man. He's like, look, I know I'm not going to see results overnight, but I'm in this for the long haul, and so I love his mindset. I told him exactly everything that I do as far as merch, and he was super excited. It sounds like he already had everything implemented, um, but I gave him a bunch of tricks that I was doing to help my merch account out, and so he's super excited. And in fact, he emailed me this morning. He has some questions about Etsy, and I helped him with that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
he's here in the live chat.
Kent,
He says, "Hey, Coach
yeah,
Young."
yes,
There
that's
we
my
go. So,
boy.
yep. So Ken's here in the live chat. And Sarah, quick question: do you have different shops under different email accounts for different niches for Etsy?
No.
No, you just have it in under one. I'll have it under one also. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, it's probably the best bet to do it. All right, Young. Before we leave, where can they contact you?
They can contact me at young@geekhustle.com, or you can go to geekhustle.com, sign up for my newsletter, or just go into Facebook groups, and you guys can tag me there, message me. I try and respond to every message, but again, if you got a product or a service, just go to the new Facebook group that I created.
All right, and you're already here, Hustler Hacks on YouTube. You can email me, hustlerhacks, the number one, at gmail.com. We're done. Live show. Have a good and happy Thanksgiving. Eat a bunch of turkey for me and Young. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.